Empreg.
Empreg, is that it?
Yeah.
Is that what the alpha and the omegas do?
They are the beginning and the end.
You know, he knows what I'm talking about.
What's the alphas? Is the men, or the young ones?
It's like wolf porn, but like the male wolves can get pregnant. I think I don't know. I've not looked it up, and I've only seen people vaguely referring to it. So I could be actually referring to something even more ghastly that even I'm aware of. Am I? I am, aren't I?
You're saying a lot of things that I do need an explanation for.
Okay, so much like how... Wait.
I'm going to fade up now, just by the way.
So it's like a form of literature, I believe, like fan fiction, if you will, I believe, whereby you have alphas, betas, and omegas, which was the idea of the wolf pack, which was then a week later the guy was like, oh wait, no, fuck, that was wrong, I didn't mean that. But everyone went, la 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 la, alphas, betas, omegas now. So it's like porn with these like wolf types, but they're not always wolves, sometimes they're humans, but you're an alpha, so you fuck everyone. Or you're a beta, so you don't fuck anyone. Or you're an omega, which I don't know what that means. But I think the men can get pregnant in it.
The omegas just like bring towels around.
So
he knows.
You say wolf types.
Wolf from Gladiator.
What am I seeing?
I don't know if it's actual like canine creatures or if it's just people using the wolf archetypes. Because I've not actually read any. I've just seen lots of fanficky, like video essays around it. I promise. I don't know what I'm talking about, really.
Is it...
You know more than either of us.
So is it people wanking over wolves having sex? Is it people pretending to be wolves and doing it? Is it furries? Is it bestiality? I don't know what's happening.
I don't know for sure. I think it's more inclined to be like human people.
Right.
But they're like, I'm an alpha. Oh, often they're werewolves. So they're werewolves, but sometimes they're not. But sometimes they are. But they're definitely like, I'm an alpha male, so I'm going to fuck all of you. And maybe I'm also a werewolf.
Men aren't okay. Like,
do not club me in with these men, please.
Well, you're not okay, but for separate reasons.
I swear this is a thing. I don't want anybody to Google it. I don't want that on their internet search history, but it's definitely a thing.
I genuinely do not know what I would Google.
Yeah, like wolf porn? No.
Because then that's just what...
Today's episode is sponsored by NordVPN. Your parents won't ever have to know. But I will.
Promise you it's a thing. I imagine it's... But the men do get pregnant.
Alien, that's what we were talking about.
Yeah.
So, but how... All right, so next, how did the men... So the alpha the werewolf men do it with the beta werewolf men, women... We're betas, wibbiters.
Perhaps.
And then the baby goes up the PP.
Can I Google it? Can you pass me my phone, please? I'm going to just fucking take one for the team.
We're going to read... I don't know...
Basically, I know of a YouTuber that had a lawsuit or whatever where she was... It was to do with something else, but it was around this... Right, Alpha, Omega, Wolf... Not the movie. I want the, like, literature. That's what I'm typing in.
It's okay, I've got a prepared piece. I can bring it back.
Male.
Don't worry, Ben.
Pregnancy.
No, we're not leaving this.
No, I know.
This will be the full episode.
Oh, he must know because he said it right. Empreg. That's what we were talking about. So, right. The omegaverse. The omegaverse.
Okay.
That's what it's called. The omegaverse. It's a
Facebook
genre.
VR thing.
It's a genre, and it has some loose rules that the authors must follow. So, you are either an alpha, a beta, or an omega. And so omega cisgender men can get pregnant by alphas, heats, and ruts. The neutrality of the beta and the idea of pheromones or scents at play. You can go into heat and feel the biological imperative to breed. You can overheat, where you're in pain from a lack of sexual interaction. This causes a haze where the omega gives into basic instincts. So it's a little bit like, bad.
I mean, at this point, it feels like a card game. You need to roll a double, otherwise you overheat.
The alpha can be triggered by an omega's heat and has their own response, which is usually to be more protective.
So you put your card face down in defensive position.
Oh, they talk about knotting, and I don't know what that is.
It's
and
like an Uno reverse.
Scared to Google it.
I feel like it's either lots of people all getting...
Like a rat king.
Like a rat king, or exactly a rat king, but it's all knobs tied together.
My favourite jazz singer is Rat King Cole.
Oh, now I'm imagining a little
No, it's not what you think it is.
Oh.
It's my favourite.
I wanted a little rat that's like, rambling rose.
No, it's many, many rats in a ball, knotted together with shit.
No crooning?
No, lots of screaming.
That's not crooning.
That's true.
Okay, so Heated Touch is an example. By Ro Horvat, it's emotionally horny,
Sizzle.
sappy, and smutty omegaverse books that have plenty of caretaking and tenderness amidst all the fluids and heat sex. If you enjoy your erotic romances, his backlog is full of this sort of omegaverse, and he's started to explore dragon shifters too. I don't know what that means, but
People
there
that
you
could
go.
shift into dragons that could be people, so they can fuck dragons, I suppose.
Probably. It's a mini intro to the omegaverse for you. Shout out to Ro Horvat. You're welcome.
It's furry lore.
Okay,
It's furry lore.
I think so. And also, though, there's been shows where they're just human but following the omegaverse rules.
I once read a book where a man had to go into his girlfriend's haunted vagina and there was a world in there.
Wait, what was she haunted by?
The world in her vagina, I
How
imagine.
do you get a world in... Is it catching?
I didn't finish the book.
Oh.
We would go and read chapters of it to each other in the pub on a
That's
Sunday.
so romantic.
It wasn't.
It's like when I tried to read American Psycho, but I instead read it out loud because I didn't want to have to... She gets rats in her vagina in American Psycho. In the book, not the movie. They cut that bit out of the movie. So maybe...
There's a rat in my fanny, what am I gonna do?
I didn't realise it was a musical. So maybe there's just a society where all the women just have something that ideally shouldn't be in their vagina.
Like vagina dentatum.
Yeah. I'd rather have a world... Would I though? Because one rat, or a world that also has rats in it. But they feel smaller and less intrusive if it's in a world.
I feel that the vagina is more a portal to the world.
I'll take the portal then. Wait, how do you have to crawl into the vagina?
Yeah,
No, it's just like a glory hole that appears on the other inside the universe.
No, you got to get all the way up in...
I don't know how I feel about that.
Cramped.
Probably a pinching sensation.
Yeah, like when you're getting your smear. Go get your smear.
So I'd like to go get your smear, check your bits.
The bad guy's second in command from Captain Hook.
Smee.
Shmee.
You don't go and get an annual smee.
Shmee. You might not.
Clearly, you don't go to the pantomime. So yeah, I want to go and see Alien Romulus.
Yeah, no, that is a valid thing to want to do.
It looks more spooky, and spooky things should be spooky instead of just, we've done this again.
Yeah, that's fair.
Prey was good.
I loved Prey.
It was really well done.
Prey was amazing. I'm going to rewatch that.
I liked Eat and Love, but I didn't like Prey. Again, that was really good.
Get out.
It was great.
That was a wow wow.
Wah, wah.
Which makes me think that your previous jokes that you thought were incredibly funny and witty were also wow wows. We just weren't in on the
I do
wows.
think a lot of myself, that's true. Welcome back to the Conversation Glam Rock Cast with your hosts Liam T. Rex and Ben City Rollers, and our guest Emily Slade.
That's fair.
Guess whose name I started this joke with? That's all that's in that book.
Cool.
That's it. That was my train journey, the whole thing. Ben City Rollers. Yes, quite good.
Enjoyed that.
Yeah,
That was fun.
Thank you
that's
so
all right.
much.
That'll do. That's fine.
Yeah.
Well done.
Thank you so much.
How is everyone?
Oh,
Ready
You know.
to get MPEG, JPEG?
Don't JPEG me.
Preg, I believe it is.
Okay.
Male pregnancy. Which I assume is just what seahorses do all the time,
Yeah,
right?
but they've got a gap for them to come out. I think the fear of the MPEG thing is either because men.
We've barely got a gap for it to come out.
I'm not saying,
Like-
I know, I'm not disagreeing. I'm not saying that it's like opening a hatch door or like one of those little onesie flaps that you can poop in and stay warm. It's not.
I
It's
feel
not
like it would
pleasant.
be better if you could shit out a baby.
Well, sure.
But I
Sorry, you
don't.
had your hand
But there's no
raised.
ways for a man thing to do that. And I wonder if the people are either going like,
Again,
well, I'm going to burst,
if you
or
could shit.
I don't want to be a woman because.
Yeah, is it misogyny or is it like misogyny?
I feel like
Who's
it's a
to
bit of
say?
misogyny and a bit more of misogyny.
I think so. I think so.
The most masculine image format would be a PNG, of course, because it has the alpha layer.
I'm so pleased that you had your hand raised to deliver that one.
I'm so patient. I've
always worth it.
learned when there's a conversation about MPreg to just sit there and smile.
If everyone could shit out a baby, then everyone could do
I'm glad we're back on
Yeah.
this. Everyone.
I think
Everyone, and then it would be neutral, and then you could decide. It'd be like, who's going to carry the baby?
Or you could have.
decide on which baby you keep. This one's going in the river. This one likes anime or what?
Hey,
Yeah, see, then we wouldn't have to deal with this podcast.
I
why?
do feel like I dabble in anime, and I feel like that's not really the done thing. You either go all in or you like don't touch it.
This is, yeah.
But I can hold a conversation ish with an animeer.
I would not say that I am.
Death Note.
Yeah, spooky book.
Sharp.
Ooh, very scary.
I have seen several people go and the guy who wrote Death Note. They go and get autographs, and he signs a thing, and closes the book, and just goes, no. Yeah, you could watch little bits, but I would not. I mean, I have tattoos,
Yeah, this is.
but
the-
I am still not as far into some of the shit as some
get in.
people are.
Dylan Sprouse, who is hot, and his wife, who is also hot, a Victoria's Secrets model, love anime, and their Halloween costumes every year tend to be Halloween anime themed.
Mm-hmm.
I think this year, they went as Princess Mononoke and Ashitaka.
Awesome.
And previous year they went as something that I did not know, but she carried her mother's ashes in a handbag. I guess she had like pinky purpley red hair and like a scar across her face. I didn't understand the reference, but I was like,
Very cool.
I respect the commitment to the bit.
Samuel L. Jackson.
I love it when like famous people like things that are meant to be like lame, because you're like, thank you for making it mainstream.
And like, I think Samuel Jackson was on a radio show talking about, I think maybe One Piece, and because he's Sam Jackson and there is the confidence and the gravitas that comes with it, and he's like, yeah, I like anime. And they go, oh, really, you like anime? It's like, motherfucker, One Piece has got some of the best storytelling that's ever been written. This is
does.
all great. This, and this. You're dumb for not watching it. I'm Samuel L. Jackson, and I endorse anime. You're all dumb. Everybody's dumb.
But me,
That does sound like
Sam Jackson.
I endorse this message, Sam Jackson.
Do you like anime?
Yeah.
You won't watch Attack on Titan.
Only
not?
because people keep telling me to.
Oh, I had that with
It
Harry
says-
Potter
it
and
says
the Northern
people,
Lights.
it's me.
Because Ben keeps asking me to, yeah.
It's fair. You gotta like incept it. You gotta be like what my friend will always do is she'll like stick a random episode on of something, and I'll be like, what's that? And then I'm like closer to the sofa, like, what are you watching? And then I'll sit down next to her and she'll be like, oh, this is the thing that I've been mentioning for 20 years that you've always scoffed at me and thrown back in my face. Did you want to watch another one? And I'll be like, okay. And then a year later I'll start watching it for realsies, and then I'll be like, have you heard
Oh my god,
of
have
this
you seen?
series?
I've just found this great thing.
And she's like,
Motherfucker.
I'm gonna fucking kill you.
I do watch a lot of TV.
I got what I wanted, but I didn't want it like this.
Yeah, why do you always ruin everything? That's me.
Yeah, that's how I got into Dexter the first time. Yeah, Laura watches a lot of TV that I will then start with. Orange is the New Black is another one. Yes, no, I was thinking the other day about finding Attack on Titan, but then I got distracted.
That's the thing with
I
anime,
have kittens
though.
now, so...
Oh,
That's
like
not
as a disease or like as a pet?
Well, both.
That
No,
is the trouble,
I
though.
found 4 kittens. And,
You found
Yeah,
them?
they're on a building site and they shouldn't have been. So I was like, yoink.
I got sent these
That's a
photos.
sad
Oh, yeah, that's-
way.
yeah, so that-
oh,
those are my
were
boys.
Your actual
Those are my real
kittens.
men, yeah.
Oh my god.
And the response has been, oh my God, are these AI? I'm like, fuck you, no, I'm just lit at Canva.
They are really good.
Oh, there's- Didn't need to see that. Didn't need to see that. Don't need to talk about that. Don't worry. Don't worry. That's fine.
Oh, do you think
I was there when you said that, Jen. What could it be? Yes.
Those are my
I was
boys.
a bit like, oh, nice, he
I
has
can't remember
cats.
who
That's
I've
cute.
told, but...
So
no,
yes, that
those
was.
are my
I enjoyed
men.
that. But yeah, anime is hard to find. It was my point, and that puts a lot of people off watching it because you
Yeah.
can't just
Most of the
hop onto
time
Netflix.
these days it's like...
Although One Piece is on iPlayer now, but only the English dub.
Oh, that's bad.
It is bad.
I like dub.
I like dub for Ghibli because they do it properly. But the One Piece cast is so good at what they do with the characters, and the woman that's been playing Luffy is like 80 years old. It's out of respect for her. I don't want to watch some like 14-year-old boy
I
do
like
Luffy's
dub. I
job.
prefer dub to reggae. I like King Tubby and the original
I nearly
Jamaican.
did a spit take, so
Thank
like
you so much.
time it better.
Okay.
Because your equipment will get wet.
I always think dub because from an acting point of view, when people go, but the Japanese voice actors are so good. I was like, do you speak Japanese? No. So how the fuck do you know where the inflection's meant
It
to be?
sounds like it should be good. Like, I have to say, for the Ghibli ones, definitely, especially The Cat Returns, because Carrie Yules, my future husband, plays the Baron, sexy little cat man that should have been on my cake.
Should have been on my cake.
Fuck, he should have been on my cake. Commit that to memory. Although he's meant to be sexy. Anyway, he obviously sounds like Carrie Yules in the British version, and then you switch it to the Japanese, and he's suddenly got this like really bassy, deep
Okay.
voice, and I'm like, oh, it doesn't. I don't like it as much. So
I mean, that is. You can't just say this is better. This is the better way to do all of the things because obviously some will be different, some will be
Yeah.
better, some will be worse. I can't remember the name of. I've got it written down somewhere, but there's an anime that was just bad, or I think the people at Funimation, like some of the original voice actors who are still working now, they just played with it. They just watched it and just. Just ran in, just didn't say stuff. Quickly, mister, I have to go over there and we need to do things. Yeah.
yeah,
And just shouted weird stuff without a script, like
That's the
Magic
thing.
Roundabout.
Right, okay. Yeah.
They just like, I don't know if this is happening on the screen, but
yeah.
we're just going to say this.
it. Yeah, so pick and choose. But One Piece is one that I would prefer a sub rather than a dub. But as I say, I watch all my Ghiblis in English.
That's fair.
Yeah, pretty much any time I have to make a decision about what to do with my afternoon, it's I'm going to go play with the cats.
That's fair.
Yeah, because they're small. Pippin's doing quite a good fetch.
Oh my god, are they called what I think they're going to be called?
There's
course
4
they
of them. Yeah, we're working on it. We're working on it.
Oh my god! Show me the pictures again right now! You always regret inviting me, don't you?
Yeah, so that's Pippin. Pippin is nearly, that's also Pippin. Pippin is nearly entirely black, but he's got like a little sprig of white right there. He's liquid. You can pick him up and he's great. That's Pippin. That's the same photo. Pippin again.
Just Pippin.
That's Mary. Mary's got little white gloves. That's Sam. He looks like the Phoenix cat, and he's like a whole lot. He's cat-sized. He's large. And that's Frodo. She's a fucking coward.
Yeah, Frodo hides.
Frodo hides.
Frodo, like, you go into the place and there'll be 3 cats running around and Frodo's just like behind the door or in the cupboard.
Like real Frodo.
God!
they're living in my parents' house because I don't have a house.
Who does?
Well, quite.
His parents.
My parents.
My mum can't cope with the fact that Frodo is a boy's name, but Frodo's a girl. So she calls Frodo Rosie, and I'm like, Rosie and Sam. The only lady hobbit.
Oh, yeah, there's not many women to choose from in Lord of the Rings, but yeah. Oh, bless. Like, it's okay. Liam's mum.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I know.
She can be called Frodo.
Frodo's
It's
a girl.
allowed.
Yeah,
It's not a crime.
it could be. Yes, they're hobbits. Ben, do you want to pull a question out?
Sure.
We've got like 10 minutes.
We
15 minutes.
have discussed a lot of important things here.
We have
Mpreg,
omegaverse.
Subverse Dub,
JPEG.
and
PNG.
cats.
Cats.
That's true.
Ding, I'm a kitty cat. And a dance, 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 and a dance, dance, dance. Ding, I'm a kitty cat. And a dance, 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 and a dance, dance, dance.
Okay.
You can do it.
If you were allowed a hall pass, would you be honest with your partner about who they were? That's from Dan.
Happily married Dan.
Yeah.
I think you'd have to be because the whole
That's the whole point
the
of
hall
it.
pass is like the list.
Yeah.
So your freebie, you can
shag this person if you meet them.
if you meet them.
And they obviously, they can't be like your mate. They have to be like Bear Grylls.
Imagine if you sit there with your partner.
Your groomsmen. What the fuck are you talking about?
What's your sister's number again?
Yeah, can you sit down and it's like, yeah, I've got like
Call your dad in here.
Danny DeVito. It's like, this is your sister. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, there's no point in lying about it because
And also,
then
I
it's
think-
just
I feel
cheat.
like,
Then it's just cheating, isn't it?
Rub it in.
It's already cheating. Like, I assumed that, like, because my friend had a hall pass and hers was Bear Grylls, and then she actually met him, but she didn't fuck him because remember the other person has to be
But he-
consenting as well.
yeah.
And also introducing someone by saying, hey, you're my hall pass.
Yeah.
They probably won't engage with
Be
you
like,
in any way.
Please go away forever.
Yeah, I
Who
mean,
is your hall
like,
pass? Top of your head.
Name
I
any woman.
I don't have limitations. Frodo, Liam's mum, Frodo. You said name any woman.
There was a
You've
bit
named
of a
two.
mixed
One of them's a
messages there.
cat. My mum said.
I don't have a hall. I don't know.
Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? Like,
I don't have a
I mean,
hall.
Andrew Garfield, but also Andrew, if you're watching, like I'm just as funny as Amelia and as cool, but my hair isn't as nice. But it's okay, I'm working on it, and like I understand that you're the perfect age and the perfect temperament. You know what he said the other day in an interview? He said I'm insatiable for stupidity, and I think that's the coolest thing that anyone's ever said in my life. And I'm single and I'm available, and I just really think that we'd get on really well, Andrew Garfield. So.
Well,
You know.
Andrew Garfield isn't available, but regular Garfield. The president.
We're back on cats
He
again.
seems so miserable, though. I couldn't stand how fucking pessimistic that little ginger cat is. Like, I
Maybe
couldn't.
you could fix him.
I don't want a project. That Andrew Garfield's not a project. He's a fully fledged man with his own interests and his own ability to like exist in the world, and he knows who he is, and he's comfortable with that, and he's confident.
And he still looks good in spandex.
Oh, he looks amazing.
Right.
And he
He's
can
the perfect
sing.
age. He can sing. He's perfect.
Andrew Garfield isn't available, but deceased President Garfield isn't doing much.
Karen Gillan.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
absolutely.
Yes,
She's a good one. She
if I
seems
have to
really
have a-
fun.
Yeah.
I remember when she was in the Kevin Bacon, not the Kevin Bacon, Kevin Bishop. You know,
Very-
Jim Hawkins in Muppet Treasure Island
Yep.
went on to have his own sketch show on Channel 4 in the early 2000s.
that's cool.
And Karen
Lee Nelson's
Gillan,
Well Good Show.
Oh!
No, I think it was called
it?
Kevin Bishop's show.
Was it? Oh,
Maybe
wait.
I misremember.
Who's Lee
And
Nelson?
I
feel
don't
like.
know.
Sorry, go on.
She was in it, is the be-all and end-all of that.
She was the best assistant
the
in
Kevin
Doctor
Bishop
Who. The Ponds.
Yeah, Channel 4, 2008.
Where's his phone facing?
Jim
Oh,
Hawkins in
yeah,
Muppet
of
Treasure
course.
Island.
Yeah.
Yeah, was
maybe-
he not Lee Nelson? The character he played was he had a character called Lee Nelson, and they had like Lee Nelson's Well Good Show. No, I'm wrong. I don't know who I'm thinking
I'm
of.
going to look up Lee Nelson. Although he's 44, which is
think it
equal.
might-
You're good. Lee Nelson's different. Simon Brodkin, you're thinking.
Simon Brodkin.
Okay, yeah, no, that's
Did we send him to Eurovision?
that's what I.
He looks like when in Eurovision after Scooch we sent a guy with a bunch of schoolgirls, and the song was like, "What did you learn at school today?" That's what the teachers used to say, but they don't understand, do they? Why do they? Oh wait, anyway, and then some guy would come in
Don't like
that
you
was
on
like
lockdown.
way older than the girls. And looked exactly like that, and would be like, and like do the rap.
This does feel like a Lee Nelson bit.
And I now wonder if it was a joke. Because we stopped taking Eurovision
So he's got
seriously.
all the
after
energy
Scooch.
of Flavor Flav mid-career, and he comes on stage, and then he just can't think of anything to improv.
Please tell me that we said, he went to the University of Manchester. Good for him.
Wow.
Oh, wait, no, that's his alma mater, so he probably didn't go to the University of Manchester. Anyway, that's fun. I didn't know that.
I
Don't know
don't
what
think
this
he's
is.
famous enough to be given an honorary degree.
But yeah, Kevin Bishop.
Kevin Bishop.
Who's
Yes, of
also,
course.
if you're listening, and I'll just Google and see if you're married. Hang on. 2 seconds, Kevin. Good age. Fuck. Yeah, he's married to Castor Bishop.
You could take her.
You could,
No,
they don't have to be single to be on the list.
That's true. As long as Castor's okay with it.
You have to be on his list.
Yeah.
the way
And
to
he doesn't
play
know who I am, which is a shame because I'm
You
hilarious.
don't know that.
He listens to this show.
Yes. He's
long-time
disappointed
listener.
dragon. It's not true. It's not true at all. We value you, Dee Dee, whoever you are.
Oh. Well, there you go.
The Lego woman from before. If you haven't seen the Hear Me Out cake, probably do that.
Liam's going to be going to A&E with plastic in places that he shouldn't have plastic.
Hey man, you know how it hurts to walk on Lego?
Are you saying you want Lego to step on you? Oh my god, oh my god.
I think that's the third standing ovation ever in the conversation at history.
It was good. It was very good. Well done.
Very warm.
This has been a very sensible episode. Shall we do another question?
Yes, let's.
Please. Is that the hat noise?
Yeah. Well, it is for this week. I feel like the hat noise should change every week. Much like I feel the hat changes every week, does it?
Hat changes.
More or less, yeah.
I pay attention. Worst 21st century musicians so far. That's from Dan.
Oh. Is that
double
a double down?
We've double downed.
Oh, God.
Double Dan!
Worst 21st century. Well, it's
Double
So that's-
Dan!
That's from 2000 onwards, right?
Double Dan.
yeah.
Double down.
Double Dan!
Ever since we told Roman that he was the jingle, people have been trying to introduce their own jingles.
Oh, I'm just a jingly kind of girl.
Just jingles.
Just
I
jingles.
jingle wherever I go.
Jingling? No, don't
Who
worry
is the
about
21st? Where's the 21st century? Yeah, is that like 2000?
Mummy, is that
onwards?
lady jingling? Don't look.
Don't look at her.
Worst? I'm not going to lie down. I don't know enough musicians to be able to fairly comment on this. And those that I am aware of, I will only be aware of because I like their music. There's probably plenty out there that I would not like, and that's why the trouble with the way music works these days is that it's not as easy as there's a top 40 and everybody knows it, because you have to go out and buy the CDs and you see them on the shelves all the time. Anything can become a hit, whether it's something from the 70s or something that someone released on TikTok that lasted 60 seconds. So
Also, a lot of them are pedophiles.
I was going
There
to
is
say,
that.
I'd try, you could easily go, oh, whoever's done the most sex crime, probably them.
yes, but does that make them a bad musician?
Makes them
cut
an
that.
unlistenable. No, I'm going to do it twice. It makes them unlistenable as a musician.
Yes. Good God.
Although I
Who
bet
are the-
Thriller was still on a lot over the Halloween
But
weekend.
it was as well. 21st century musicians. I'm going to get a list up and then pick my least favourite from the list if I've heard of them. Oh, there you go. Kanye West.
That's pretty, yeah.
Whoever the people that did the sea shanty was.
Oh!
Okay.
I didn't want to bash the table. Yeah.
Me and I have got to be on my knees when we go to the shops and we buy the things for us. Hey, I've got a gun and I'll shoot you in the face. I am on TikTok and the songs all over the fucking place. It was that for weeks, and it was during lockdown as well, so there wasn't an awful lot you could do to get it out.
If he's created an earworm, so doesn't that make him a very effective musician?
No.
Well, he's not created an earworm, has he? He's just singing an old song.
He's singing an old song, and I'm not.
That'd be like if I came back with, my brain didn't
But
work
all of
quick
Led
enough,
Zeppelin's
but-
repertoire are pre-existing songs, except maybe 2.
You know, Rihanna's SOS, the second verse in that is just a list of 80s songs.
I saw that
We've all
TikTok
seen
as
that
well.
TikTok.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
But it is really cool.
Yeah.
He's not a bad person, I'm sure, but it did annoy him. That's the song that has annoyed me the most over the last 24 years. So I'm going to go with that one. Because it was also like the quickest thing to go to number 1 ever. So that's in history forever now.
Yeah.
Mr. Blobby was at number 1 though.
Yeah, but
We know what he got up to.
Yeah. Blobberside.
Blobberside of what?
Man. that was
Blobberside of man.
Wasn't that a 70s band?
Brotherhood of
Brotherhood of Man.
They went to Eurovision.
Yes, they were.
No.
It's John Mayer.
Who's that?
He's some cunt that plays guitar. He's a bad person.
There he is.
People love him because he's slightly pretty, but like he's just a bad person. He's not a very good guitarist, but people think he's incredible. He's like, people revere him like people revered Hendrix. People think he's excellent. He's not. He's thoroughly mid. He's like Eric Clapton in that he's also not very good. I don't know if John Mayer's racist, though.
He's dated Jennifer Aniston.
Yes.
And Jennifer Love Hewitt.
That's true, but only Jennifer's.
Only Jennifer's.
Man's got a type.
Like my dad and Sharon's.
Yep.
I tell you who I do like, Sabrina Carpenter. And I know that's
She's fun.
incredibly basic,
No.
but I really respect how short and horny she is.
She's so short and so horny.
I was like,
I've
I
got
wonder
so
if
much
it's the
time for
person I
that.
was thinking about. Oh yes, Sean
Yeah.
Horning.
Yeah. No, she's fun.
A lot of time for her.
I like the HOTTOTO.
I learned
Can
how
I-
to do that the other
can I
day.
just-
Everybody. HOTTOGO.
Oh, I don't know how to do it.
You can take me
So-
hard to go.
So dyslexic.
HOTTOGO.
You can take me hard to
Got it
go.
wrong.
It's the YMCA for the new generation.
Can I just
Bambi
apologise?
Thug has one of those.
Can I
Sorry.
apologise for how I pronounced Chapelle Roan?
That's right.
I
What
didn't-
did you call her? No, did you do what I did the other day and call her Chappelle Rowan?
Chappelle Rogan.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like she's
yeah.
like Roanoke or
Yeah.
like the people of Rohan.
Yeah, I did.
That's what I did as well, and somebody was like, "Aha!" And I was like, I've only ever seen it written down.
Same, that's what I did say. Chappelle Rowan.
Yeah, when
Roan.
did Rowan, when the Westfold fell? Where was
Like
Chappelle
Rohan,
Roan?
right? And they were like,
No.
no, obviously not like Rohan.
No, I was
you tit.
clearly
They were hot
bent
to
for
go.
not knowing who it was, and then Chapelle Roan. That's where they're sending the immigrants, I think.
God. Yeah,
Apology
so
from me,
apologies to
everyone, for everything.
Bay.
Bambi Thug has a fancy dance.
You spoke in
found-
tongues just now. What the fuck are you talking about?
Bambi Thug.
Who the fuck is Bambi Thug?
Irish.
Ireland Eurovision.
Irish Eurovision.
Oh, I'm with you now. Back on board with the
Do
Eurovision.
that. You do that.
Oh, I wondered what that was. I thought that was
do
to do with
this.
Brat Summer.
I think it could also. I think it's all intertwined, isn't it? It's
Did
like
you
the
see that
Illuminati.
brat was announced today as the new Collins Dictionary word of the year?
Oh, interesting.
But obviously with the new interpretation of what that means.
The
I do
people
like this.
I
It's
haven't
like-
checked it, but people are claiming that the hex code for that green is a hashtag baddie, but B4
Oh, that's
DDIE.
fun. Oh, do you like snap your own
Yeah.
neck? I'm not listening. I'm really sorry.
It's about hex codes. It's fine.
Vampire. And we're both in a slippery trap. Something cold and there's something in the hellfire.
Oh, nice.
I've got a,
I
something
appreciate
and I'm
how
ready to
theatre kid
snap.
everyone's getting back to being. It's how we should be. So whenever people are like, I don't fucking like karaoke, I'm like, yes, you do, because
You
you're a
should.
human being.
Everyone likes
And communal singing is part of your fucking DNA. Singing in a group,
true.
singing out loud with a group of people. It's like primal, and you have to do it, and you will feel better for it. But
You need karaoke, otherwise you've got church.
you can get out of karaoke if you go to church. But which church? Find out after this.
now, word from our sponsor.
Hey, we're gonna give you discount on bears. Buy a bear for less than you know exactly. Hey, man in the street, how much would you expect to pay for a bear?
Buy a bear for less.
Answer the fucking question. How much would you expect to pay for a bear?
16.
Get fucked. It's 12. Buy now. Get it, bears.gov.
GetItBears.com! GetItBears.com!
It's .gov.
Enjoyed that.
Okay.
Bears.
Hindu.
Hindu what?
The church.
What that Hindu though?
The worst musician.
Oh,
The worst person is John Mayer.
yeah.
The worst person at creating music is Lil Wayne. And the best musician is Daddy Freya. Eurovision Iceland 2 years ago.
I love how much Eurovision is in this episode.
Yes, and that's the only form of dance I will perform. It's like a Daddy Freya
It's
sort of.
difficult. It's very
It's
specific.
very angular, but then slightly swirly.
What were the dwarf people that were doing this with all the big puffy sleeves?
What are we talking about? Is it
Eurovision.
Still on Eurovision.
I didn't watch it this year. I thought we were boycotting it.
We were, but Bambi Thug was there. And everyone booed the guy in charge of Eurovision. It was quite good.
Oh, I didn't watch. It was on a TV. I did not put it on.
Okay, that counts.
Didn't you come to our Eurovision party?
Yeah, I came to your house.
I came to your house
where
and you
it was on
happened to be watching Eurovision.
because it's for your birthday also.
Oh no, are you another birthday/Eurovisioner? My friend has that. She gets really angry every year when it
quite like
clashes.
Because it means I don't have to have a birthday party. I can just go to Costco, load up on cinnamon rolls and watch Eurovision.
Cinnamon rolls.
Cinnamon rolls. Oh my god, the Costco cinnamon rolls. They are a problem. Yeah, I think.
That's not what I wanted to see.
What did you want to see?
It's dancing gnomes.
We all have a style.
This is great.
That was 30 seconds of rustling brought to you by Buy Bears for less than you'd expect.gov. Potato. I'm so lost.
Can you
Guess which two of us were popular at school? Guess which one of us was a fucking snotty reject?
What is it?
Reach up for the stars.
Right, Saturday night.
Every night, reach up for the stars. And there's a rainbow shining over there.
Am I missing a step? I might be missing a step. I don't know, but that was a great one.
Okay.
I can't remember anymore.
we're at time.
Normally have had much more wine before doing any of
Yes.
those dances.
I think we're at time, but most of that episode was rustling, so I'm going to go for another question.
Have another one because you don't want to just have the
think
rustling, and we can't cut
the
out
dance
any of the
break.
M-preg.
And also the dance break was very good. I love a movie with a dance break.
Oh yeah, this is
Like
a form of
Cats.
media, so it is exactly the same as all movies in a warehouse in Aberystwyth. Which word art would you use for everything you ever write again, Sam?
Oh, I always use, well, I did. I had a favourite word art, and this is, you're going to judge me.
Of course.
But it was the very last one on the options. You scroll right down, and it's literally block letters, and it's white with a black outline. It was the most basic and
Yep.
boring word art, but it was my favourite. It was neat, clean, minimalist.
I like the ones that sort of go up. They're like at an angle.
The more you know.
They take
Fair
up
enough.
a lot of space to say much less. And I think that's like me.
You know the one that you imagine word art, and it's in that.
Yes,
That one.
like the big
Yeah.
blue
It's
3D.
the standard like
Yeah,
that's. We all know
nice.
what we're doing. I've got to do a presentation. I don't want it to just be words. So there, I've put a little bit of effort in,
Nice.
but I'm not going to be a twat about it.
That's valid.
I love
I like that.
word art is like a lost skill. It was like everyone's introduction to graphic design, and then nothing more than that.
I thought PowerPoint was going to be a much bigger part of my life, and I thought that word art was going to be a lot bigger than that.
Yeah. Choosing the right noise for your text to enter in on.
Yeah.
And if you wanted to be a dick,
Dissolve.
every single letter.
Yes.
And if you're a super
Or just in the really long, swirly one.
Yeah.
Each letter.
if you wanted to be a dick, you could like upload your own audio to like PowerPoint as well.
Here.
I'm sorry, I don't know how to turn that off. Let's go to the next slide. Again, really sorry. This is inappropriate for the workplace. We'll get back to the business at hand. How to not get sued. I don't know how this audio got onto my computer. As we can see, our profit last year was exceptional, except requires improvement in these
These
three areas. Again, I apologise. Marketing have told me the uptick in sales in Q3 was unexpected. We'll see if we can replicate that in Q1 next year. Oh, it's different. Again, can't explain. My son uses my laptop. And if you have any questions, here's my contact. There's to be a picture of a toilet on this slide. I cannot explain that.
Well, I'm crying
We are
now.
looking for £100,000. Thank you, dragons.
Has this ever happened to you? I think we needed to plug in the audio jack personally. I wasn't expecting any audio. Here's my presentation on why you should disable audio out of HDMI.
Okay.
Emily, where are you online?
You can find me at Why This Film Podcast everywhere. TikToks, Instagrams, YouTube,
Marvellous.
and In A Barbie World as well.
I'm just going to clip this bit with you saying your socials, crying. It's a good podcast.
I've had a lovely time.
Had a great time. Really flown the gambit of human emotions today. Ben, where are you online?
I'm on Instagram.
What's your handle?
Oh, this is my handle. This is my spell.
Okay. If you dare tell me which way to
you have
tip
to
you.
tip that way.
When I hear the teapots,
What?
teacups,
What the fuck are you
hear
talking
me
about?
shout.
Wait, what? Is that the line?
Yeah. I'm a little
When the-
teapot, short and stout. This is my handle, this is my sound. When I
When-
see the teapots, hear me
No,
shout.
it keep
No,
up
it's
to it
definitely
When
again.
I hear the
that.
teacups,
You said C.
No, when it's like when the people are ready for
That doesn't
beverages
scan,
or
does it?
something.
When people are ready for beverages.
Beverage or something, tip me up and pour me
I
out.
don't know
And
what
pour
that
me
line
beverages.
is. But you were going to start pouring this way.
When I hear
was
the
like,
tea,
He's revving
"Whoa."
up. He's theatrical.
When I see the teacups, hear me shout. Tip me up
Wait,
and pour
How's he seeing?
with his eyes,
Where are the eyes?
his face.
Have you not seen Mrs. Potts? Didn't see
have.
her on either of your
The
cakes.
proper one, not the...
Yeah,
But she's
not
just
in a-
got like a funnel on the side of her head.
Oh, that'd be a good one for the cake, the feather
Oh,
duster.
Feather Duster.
Yes.
That feather duster
Feather dust.
fucks. When I get all steamed
trepanning
up,
into her skirt. When I get all steamed up.
which is racy.
Because the hear me shout is the of the steam.
Oh my god, Beauty and the Beast. Yeah.
Oh, thank God, a distraction from my terribly sexual presentation. Yes, we'll all have a lovely cup of tea.
When I get all steamed up. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense,
when I
but
get
like,
all
obviously
steamed
they
up.
weren't thinking about what
No,
they were
that's-
doing back when they
that's
wrote
too
that.
sexy.
It's probably the
Exactly what they
1800s,
knew
but
what they were doing.
it's too sexy now. I can't teach the kids that. They get ideas.
He's
well,
at
Sabrina
Spike
Carpenter's giving them
Pearson.
ideas, but-
At Spike
That's
Pearson.
what I was going to say, but I was waiting for good timing instead of speaking over our guest.
Sabrina Carpenter.
It's fine. He's like, she needs to shut up now. I'm just gonna bulldoze over it and hope that it happens. And I'm like, no, no.
I
you
talk
can't
to
stop
women
this.
all the time. I just did it then.
So for more of that, Spike Pearson at instagram.com/huru.
Hooroo. Discount Bears at LT Guitarist. Hey, pay less for a bear than you might have expected. The podcast.
Yes, but the stock isn't very good. It's just the bare minimum.
Right, hey, that's one bear. Bare minimum. What's the bare maximum?
Oh, it's big
Find
balls.
out. Buybearsforless.gov. LT Guitarist for me. At Convey Hat Podcast for the show. They have 3 titles to choose from. Don't Google omegaverse. Double Dan and
That's pronounced.
sorry, I didn't do that. Yeah.
I think it's definitely got to be that.
Should we have a not safe for work warning on this episode?
Yeah, they
Yes.
all are.
Oh, good.
They all are.
On
'cause
all
we're-
of them, you
Because it's
should.
like, no.
You guys are inappropriate.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, we never said we were classroom safe. It's like that music history video we did back in the day that teachers were not watching and then putting on their classrooms.
What?
Yeah.
No. Those aren't things to be said to
My
children.
favourite thing about the medieval period is the instrument called the sackbut. Now, as a late 20-year-old, what do you suppose I put on screen to describe the instrument sackbut?
I don't know.
It was a man's naked ass.
And was this
Thank
something
God
that you
you-
were shown as a kid?
No,
I'm
this is
sorry.
something I made.
Oh, this is something you
Something
made
I
for children.
No, it's just something I made for my own amusement.
Oh.
And then loads of schools in like
Oh.
Texas and the Philippines, I got a bunch of angry messages. Why did you put an ass in this? You scarred the children I'm responsible for. Why didn't you watch the video to completion?
Also-
Enjoy your yellow form, dickhead.
Be very pleased that you only did the butt part of
Yeah,
sackbut.
Jesus.
Could have made it worse. The yellow form is what you fill out if a child has been
Scarred.
unfortunately touched in either physically or emotionally in a school.
That's a sad fact.
Yeah, yellow form. I reference yellow forms quite a lot.
Now we know.
Now we know. So which
Don't
title is
Google
it?
Omegaverse.
Yeah, it's a good idea. And then we can do it.
Subtitle.
Subtitle.
I wonder how this episode must be for someone listening in headphones. Just before we go,
Very well
just
compressed.
1, 2, 3.
Uh-oh.
For fuck's sake, Liam.
So I didn't know what we were doing.
I thought you had a telepathic link.
Tell her what?
Bye.
Go on, Ben, you get one more syllable.